Welcome back to the Renegade Report. I'm Francis Mayer, Sports Information Director for the greatest community college athletics department in the known universe, BC Athletics. How do I know? Well, because we have so many trophies and titles that we actually have to build extra storage to keep them. I'm not even joking. I'll post pictures of it sometime. It's awesome. And it's very humbling, all kidding aside, to be a part of such a legacy. Saturdays are for football in Bakersfield, as are Friday nights, but Saturdays are when the Kern County All-Stars from every corner of Kern County come together to don the Renegade Red and kick tail on the rest of the state and remind them that we do more than feed the entire nation and fuel it. We also produce awesome football players. But Memorial Stadium this Sunday, you heard correctly, is going to be the home of world-class football, not football. And Polo, that is not an understatement.
No, it's not. First of all, Francis, thank you for having me here.
Absolutely.
It's always a pleasure to be in Bakersfield. And just like you said, I like Bakersfield. It's a nice city. People are always friendly, happy to have us here. And the International Soccer Challenge Cup is going to be here again. Second year we do it. Last year we had so much fun. Over 10,000 fans showed up to the Memorial Stadium. It was a great match. Toluca won that one 3-1 over Querétaro. But this Sunday we have two more world-class Liga MX teams. One of them, whenever you say champion, I don't care what it is, if you are bringing the champion, you're bringing the best there is right now, and that is Pachuca. Pachuca's that team coming Sunday to Bakersfield, and they are going to face one of the most popular teams in all of Mexico, one of those teams that everybody likes, kind of like the Cubs. You know, everybody likes the Cubs, talking about baseball. Well, everybody likes Morelia. There's nothing bad about them that you don't like.
So they're not Yankee-esque.
They're not Yankee-esque, but Pachuca is kind of like the Giants.
Okay.
It's an up-and-coming team that for years was the traditional team, but didn't win much. But then all of a sudden they're winning. They have won 6 titles in the last 15 years, and one of them just last season. Okay. So Pachuca, Morelia, this Sunday, game starts at 4 o'clock, doors open at 2:30, and like you said, tickets start at $20. I do know that the $20 tickets are running out, as you can imagine, but then again, you go to $30, $35, and $45. And when you're going to see top-class athlete, top-class soccer players in basically your backyard or your front yard, you know, it all depends where you live here in Bakersfield, I think it's worth it to come and take a look.
Well, I couldn't agree more. I wrestled in high school and at BC, and we have a natural animosity for basketball players. We call them pumpkin pushers. You know, we tell them like, you know, you're playing a sport where you guys fall down and wince, and that's part of your strategy. That's shameful. And so I was never into hoops, but I had a chance. My wife got exhibition tickets to a Lakers-Cavs game at as it was then called the Centennial Garden. It's the Rabobank Arena now. And seeing world-class hoops, dude, it made a fan of me. And I think if you watch any sport played at its top level, you will see how it's supposed to look.
Yeah. And
you don't have to be a fan, right?
Especially the one thing for coaches out there, for soccer coaches, you know, AYSO or any youth league, to see them train. You know, not so much the game. Yes, the games is very important, and I'm talking about the coaches. To see them get ready for that match. And you know, these guys do the same thing over and over and and over. And every time they do it 100%. Because if, you know, one day you do it 90, you're going to hurt. You're going to get hurt. And that is one of the parts that I really enjoy the most, to see how they get ready for that match. And yes, it's a friendly, yes, it's an exhibition, but it's also the International Soccer Challenge Cup is in play. So somebody's going to win. If they tie, we're going to penalties. So these guys, believe it or not, it's bragging rights. You know, last year when Toluca won it, they put it on their Facebook, on their Twitter. They were bragging about the cup they won here in Bakersfield. So, you know, this cup here could be next to the Mexican League Cup that Pachuca has, or it could be next to one of the Mexican League Cups that also Morelia has. And for all the coaches, for all the kids that want to learn, this is a great chance to go see soccer the way it's supposed to be played, and it's supposed to be coached also. Because both coaches, both of them, Pachuca, the coaches from Uruguay, Diego Alonso, obviously the current champion. The coach for Morelia, he was once the Mexican national team coach, and he's one of the winningest coaches in Mexican soccer history. Enrique Mesa, nicknamed Ojitos, who was at one point a great goalie also. So coaches, kids, moms, dads, everybody, you should come and not only enjoy the match, but see and try to teach your kids. Use this as a teaching tool for those kids to get to the next level.
Now, that's. I grew up in a total hillbilly town in Northern California, and if I got to watch a baseball game, it was on Superstation WTBS.
Yeah.
And I remember going to a Giants game when I was 12 and being like, dude, they wear eye black, because I listened to a lot of games on the radio, and I also saw the sunglasses that flipped down. And my face almost melted off my skull. I could not believe it. And that's just a novel example, but watching how they stretched, like you said, watching them play long toss, like I soaked every bit of that up.
Yep.
And let's face it, we're going to talk to Jasmine Thind, who's a wide receiver for the Renegades football team, and he's had some injury issues. And I bet you sometimes he wishes he would have played soccer. So mom, dad, this is an international sport, okay? This is the way that you get your kid bit by the beautiful game. Isn't that what it's called?
That's what it's called, worldwide.
And why is it the beautiful game?
Because it's, like it or not, it's the most popular sport in the world, rivaled only by the Olympics. And when I say the Olympics, I mean the whole Olympics. Right? When you have World Cup, the world stops. Maybe not so much here in the United States, but it's starting to stop now here because we have people from all over the world, and U.S. soccer is growing. U.S. soccer is growing. Sometimes the final results are not there. The cups are not there, but they're getting close to it. And U.S. soccer, now people see the U.S. national team as a rival. Before, it was like, okay, we'll play them, we'll beat them, no big deal. But now they want to play them because they are that tough, especially with Jurgen Klinsmann as their coach.
I was just about to say, I know who our coach is, and that's something that, like, an American male who's my age, like that's impressive. I told Rambir, by the way, and we want to thank Rambir for bringing this sort of event to Bakersfield. It really is a reward for hardworking people, by the way, to see this kind of thing, to not have to spend a night out of town in a hotel or deal with LA traffic. No, you just drive to East Bakersfield. It's the 178. It's great. Okay, you come up to the hill. It's a little breezy up there. It's nice, a little cooler, and you watch world-class soccer. But I was in Costco when the United States played Germany in the last World Cup. Mm-hmm. And I was, my son was very little, so I would go to Costco and just walk laps, and walk him to sleep. And the girls were with me. And we stopped in the little TV village. And we were watching the entire second half with employees at Costco. And I was transfixed by the screen, and so were the kids. And I stopped and I looked around, and it was like, a UN meeting.
Yeah.
I mean, there were people from every culture and every age standing around, all just nuts for this game.
Yep.
And we watched it right until the end.
And that's the beauty of it. Like, when you go to Mexico, when Mexico plays in the World Cup, and Mexico plays, everything stops in Mexico. But then when the U.S. plays, or Germany or Brazil, people watch it, but not as much. But here, since we have so many people from all over the world, it stops every single day. I mean, you can be from Germany, Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, New Zealand. Well, not New Zealand; they haven't made it yet. The Netherlands, Belgium, Spain.
Iceland made a good run, right?
They kind of did. They did something very special, and they just concluded the Euro Cup. But this time around here, Bakersfield, and something that we talked off the air, Francis. This is the top teams. This is not the under 20. This is not the under 17. The under 23. Yeah, there's under 23 players, but they play in the top game on the top team. And right now, Pachuca, they're actually third place in the Mexican League, which is that's really good. Morelia, they had a couple of stumbles here and there lately, but they're still on qualifying position to go to the playoffs. So those two teams are getting ready for the league. The league is coming to an end, and these two teams, they want to get as much practice as they can. That's why they don't stop. The reason they are here is because the FIFA date is this weekend. Teams from South America, teams from Europe, they're playing in their World Cup qualifier. And the Mexican and everybody in the world stops because FIFA wants the national teams to have their best players. So that's why they stop. And when those two teams come here, they are bringing their top team. Pachuca has 3 players, 2 in the Mexican team, 1 in the U.S. Team, Omar Gonzalez, who's going to play, I believe the game is tomorrow against Cuba, the United States. So those are the only 3 players that are not here. The 2 that are with the Mexican team and 1 with the United States team. And Morelia has 1 guy playing with Peru. Other than that, all the other players that are in the top team, they are here, or they're going to be here on Sunday, and hopefully everybody is here. It's a big party. I don't know if you had a chance to be there last time, but obviously the party starts early, 2:30, music, food. Obviously, you know, for those who like a little lemonade and for those who like a little something stronger, there's there. It's a big party. It's a big party, and I love to see the families come in and just enjoy it. Like you said, you don't have to travel. You don't have to, you know, the traffic going north, going south. You just have to go to Bakersfield College, bring your family, enjoy a Sunday, and this is some memories that are going to last, you know, for your life.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be 1,000 times better than the little moment I had with my kids in Costco.
Yes.
And if you're like me, I was fortunate enough to travel to Mexico. I have a family member who is from Mexico, and sometimes I'll go to Mercado Latino just so that I can kind of have that smell, that essence. And it's a poor substitute, I know.
Yeah.
But last year, man, Memorial Stadium, it was a cultural experience. It was awesome.
Yeah.
The sounds, the cheers, the language, obviously.
The drums, everything.
Yeah,
everything
the whole,
was there.
And it's a different vibe. If you're nervous because you think, oh, is it going to be like the Oakland Coliseum in the 80s? It's not like that. It's a family event.
The Oakland Coliseum today, we're talking about the 80s.
Anyway, I'm a Raider fan. I'm going to pretend like, you know,
sorry about that.
we're more sophisticated now. You know, we got a local kid at quarterback. It's
That's true. That's true.
thinking man's Raiders fans.
That's true.
No, they're thugs.
So, I mean, hopefully you guys have a chance to come to the game.
I'm going to be there.
Tickets, you know, internationalsoccerchallenge.com, ticketfly.com, and outlets all throughout Bakersfield and even Fresno, Lamont. We have everything covered. Hopefully you guys come because let's be honest. If people show up, we're gonna come back next year. You know, that's what this is. This is a continuation of what started last year, November. So now it's October. It's on a Sunday. Hopefully people get to come, enjoy, and have a lot of fun.
And we'll throw this out there, too. Not only is it going to be a great time, and again, 4 p.m. in Memorial Stadium, and that game is going to be over in time for you to get home and have a little barbecue or do what it is you do on Sunday, late Sunday evenings. Promoters, there's not a million of them.
No.
And when we have a bad reputation for not supporting events, special events that come to town, promoters talk to each other and go, oh, no, I took a bath the last time I was in Bakersfield.
Yeah.
And that's why you find yourself saying to your friends, how come big acts never come here? Because you stay home and watch TV when the big acts are here.
And this is a big act.
It's
this is a huge act.
Absolutely.
And like I said, you know, the same way promoters say, oh, well, let's not go to Bakersfield because people don't go. Then people say, let's not go to that event because it's not top quality. But this is top quality.
Absolutely.
You know, just to give you a quick taste, the goalie for Pachuca, he's been to the World Cup 3 times with Mexico. 3 times.
He's one of the biggest stars in the game.
He is one of the big stars in the game, and you know, he was supposed to retire last season, but then they were champions, so he said he didn't want to pull an Elway and just go home with the trophy, which would have been great. But now it's better for us because he's going to be here in Bakersfield. His name is Oscar Perez. They know him as the Rabbit, and he's not a tall guy. You know, he's not your prototype goalie. He's probably 5'10", pushing it. But he's one of the best ones, and that's why he went to the World Cup a couple of times. There's a couple of players also with Pachuca and Morelia. They've been to World Cups in the past, and they're going to be here this Sunday. So, I mean, there's no excuse. If you like soccer, there's no excuse for you to not to come and enjoy this match.
There you go. You heard it from Polo, and he would know. Sports gentleman extraordinaire. You just got done doing some baseball work. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Again, it's International Soccer Challenge, and you can buy tickets at ticketfly.com. Hurry if you want to get the $20 sets. But there's not a bad seat in the house at Memorial Stadium this Sunday at 4 p.m. It's the International Soccer Challenge, and it's going to be a doozy. And speaking of non-prototypical goalkeepers, we're going to talk to a non-prototypical wide receiver from your Bakersfield College Renegades football team who had a key role in that wild victory over El Camino. If you missed that one, don't miss the big show this Sunday at Memorial Stadium. We'll be right back with Jazz Dind on the Renegade Report.